1 o'clock in the afternoon on Monday, the 2nd of May. And I've got some really, really important things taking place over the next couple of days. Kind of like some of the most important things I've been waiting my entire life for. And dagnammit, the enemy has decided to try and put their little claws in everything. And that's why it's important, if you're receiving resistance and a load of resistance, don't get disheartened. Keep a level head. Keep Jesus with you and just keep going. Right now, I'm going to visit a property. Thousands of acres. It's more than doubled everything that I've been looking at. My life's going to be completely different. Ballpark after this one. And today of all the days, I organised to be there at 1:30. And do you think it's a coincidence that at 1:30 today, the main highway that I'm driving down is blocked up? It's unbelievable. And I'm not saying you want to look at omens. It's at a standstill. Am I going to make it there on time? On time is not the thing now. It's just a case of slow and steady. We'll win this race. Get there as we need to get there. But just what I find fascinating is, of all the times, we've just had the big energy hit right at the end of April, had the upgrades, and like today and tomorrow. So like of all the times, alternator decided to start playing up on the vehicle. Of all times. Betting for my little boy to turn up tomorrow, my very expensive little boy that's being flown into the nation's capital's airport, where they're going to collect him at 11:11 tomorrow, of all things. 11:11. Turns out his bed's been delivered to somewhere that it's not supposed to be delivered to, so now I've got to go and chase that up. And what I find interesting is, somehow, I'm not going to say it's miraculous, I just find it fascinating that everything that's important to me right now has had a spanner thrown in the works, and I've got to just chase up the stuff-ups. So what I've done is surrendered it all over to a Heavenly Father. I've placed it at the feet of God. And it's such a cardinal stuff-up how many things have gone wrong all of a sudden, that you know that there is a resistance there because there is a breakthrough that's about to take place. So the key right now, because what I'm about to do today is like, it's more than just going to a block of land. I'm going to be spanned out over 3 shires. But the thing about the shire that I'm going to, like once I inject my own seed into the consciousness of that shire, big stuff. And you're establishing roots. And what are we essentially doing? We're expanding the grid of compassion and love. And I know that where I'm going to has been after what I'm about to go down there and do, has been after this for a very long time. So, really important times that we are in right now. I wouldn't be surprised, I wouldn't be the only one that this is happening to right now. All the important things, I'm saying, like, for me, the kingdom wife should be here any day. All the workshops and everything have been organised. All the foundations have been laid with everything that I've been dealing with, houses all in good order, ready to move on to the next place essentially. And I don't know, like I doubt going to where I'm going to today, another smasher of a house. We've got plenty of manor houses to look after. This one here is definitely along those lines. I don't think I want to go down. I don't want to move down here. Where I live is where I want to stay because it's centralised to everything. So I've got the pub, more land, potential wife, everything's organised. Yeah. New chainsaws, vehicles, yeah, just stuff. It's all here. And for there not to be a resistance would almost go against the rule of thumb. I'm not saying like expansion plus contraction. You know, like there needs to be a push for the pull for the birth to take place. It's funny as I talk about that right now, I'm not saying like elementary where you got +1 plus -1 = 0, but I'm looking at a sign on the side of the road. You know when you've got 2 lanes which goes into the 1 lane, and you've got the plus and then you've got the minus, and you've got to merge into 1 lane. And the mergence is the new direction, and that's exactly what's happening right now with everything. So this is just, you know, I've got a really level head when it comes to this stuff because I've come up against my own share of warfare. Stay grounded, stay centered, keep Jesus with you, pray as often as you need to. You want to marinate yourself in the blood of Christ, dead set. Don't get frustrated. Don't offer the enemy any foot in the door. Stick to your convictions. If there's any, you know, we're talking like any mishaps, like, you know, any mechanical problems or anything that you know that you're getting dealt with, but it needs to be, you can't get it done right now. Ask for the grace. You know what I mean? It's just like, Lord, please be with me. Please give me the grace to get done what needs to be done, so that we can get through this little eye of a needle and push through into the next phase with as little damage as possible, and maybe look forward to the ending of a chapter and the beginning of a, essentially new beginnings all around. Yeah, for me, it's like going from this to, and I was definitely very much, I'm not saying inundated, but it was taking everything that I had to look after what I was already looking after. I'll just give you an example. So where I live, it takes 2.5 hours if you don't stuff around on a quad bike to do a lap of the boundary fence. And you want or you need to do that lap once a week. Where I look after, which is up in Sydney, it's in it's another shire, 5 to 6 hours. Where I'm going to, you will not do a lap in a day. The distance around the boundary of this one, it's the distance between towns. it fascinates me. Like getting there at 1:30, like would have been better off getting there at 8 o'clock in the morning, and this is exciting stuff. I mean, we're talking about boundary fences. Like, that's enough to go between one town to the other, and like that's just the boundary fence. That's not all the fences on the inside, and the gates and the infrastructure and the roads and the dams and the pump sites and the buildings and the houses and all the machinery, and it is what it is. But the expansion that the Lord is giving to us now it's a paradigm shift. It's not a mind blow, it's a paradigm shift. And if you've been going through hardship, it's because you've got a paradigm shift coming. See, I'm as organised as I possibly could be for this paradigm shift. Is it enough? I don't even know yet, to be honest with you. To say that what I do is heavy weight and heavy duty, it's very impactful. It's next level. It's you're functioning in your self-actualized fullest potential just to keep on top of things. And for me, it's pushing to be able to pull things into what I would call preventative maintenance, and then with that preventative maintenance, put it onto a program so we can all go underneath the one program, which is then organised into seasonal servicing. And I mean, ultimately, it's the difference between, you know, if like where I'm at is like, so say for example, let's use the gym, and it took you forever to get to 100 kilos on the bench press, and now all of a sudden you got to do 250, and with that 250 you got to try and maintain it as well as you're maintaining the 100. I know that where I'm going to today is going to take a few years to get on top of what I need to get on top of. This is like, because you're getting thrown in the deep end. It is a marathon. I'm not saying you're going to drown. It's just you got to learn to swim quick, smart. But without God, you ain't going to make it. So where I'm right now is I am highly convicted, and I have a load of faith. And beyond the faith, I know that I will survive, and you know, things are going to work out splendidly. Why? Because how do you eat an elephant and not get inundated, not get overwhelmed? One mouthful at a time. This is all about understanding organisation, systemisation. You've got to systemise things, you've got to organise things, you've got to be able to categorise, organise, systemise, you know, pull things back into the here and now, have a look at what is most important, 80-20, and all the fundamental principles that we have spent, it's been here on 2 decades, you know, like everything that we've been learning is to be put into place now to be able to expand into the next level. And is there an expansion beyond this next level? Yes, there is. I already know what that is, but this one here, this is the paradigm shift. So you're going to be eating, you know, saying like you're going to be eating a big meal in front of your enemies, but all meals that are big take responsibility. You're actually increasing your responsibility levels. And I'm not saying it's fearfully frightful, it's just, it's not for the faint of heart. You earn your place in this world once you become heavy duty, once you become heavyweight. Everything has to be impactful. Every decision that you make has to have meaning. You have to function. You have to piss excellence all the time. And it's exciting. And you know, God has developed us into what we are. And you know, so I'm saying right now, like, captain to my captain, but God's the general. And all I can do is what God says, do this now, because I've been observing what God has got me to do over the last 2 years now, and I can see the actual picture that's being painted. We are just the paintbrush. There it is. So with this paintbrush, except that, especially right now, where we're at the end of April, we've just had a load of energies, we've gone through more floods, we've gone through all this other garbage as the planet recalibrates and the frequencies raise. You're going to get a lot of resistance right now from what we call the enemy, because now's the time. Stay convicted, stay grounded, keep a level head. The moment you feel any form of anger, any form of like what's going on here, any form of pride, absolutely don't get a high horse right now. Absolutely don't think you need to call anyone out. Absolutely don't think, even if you've had people looking down their nose at you, absolutely do not become competitive right now. Absolutely do not. Stay so meek and humble. Right now is essentially when the meek inherit the earth. And if you decide to get on a high horse and think that all of a sudden, you know, you can become judgmental and start calling people out for doing particular things, you'll get thrown on your head almost immediately. Don't let your pride get in the way right now. Anyway, this is just me explaining to you what we have to do as we, you know, step up to the plate and piss excellence at the next level. May Jesus be with you. May God bless you. May the Holy Spirit guide you and educate you. May they love you. And may they back you all the way into your win. My win. You know, see how smooth sailing again. I've just gone through the eye of a needle. My win waits at the end of this road. It's time for the next step. Bye for now.